So, I was just going about my day when suddenly I get a text from my friend with a message simply saying that this new anime just took the first place spot on my anime list, beating the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This obviously caught my attention, so I just had to give it a shot. Oshi no Ko? Alright, let's check it out. Can't be that good, right? This is everything I've ever wanted. On the outside, this may not be a show that people would really think of when visualizing the best anime of all time. We have shows like Attack on Titan and Hunter x Hunter out there. What the hell is this soft-ass looking music video doing up there? Well, let me be the one to vouch for the show to my last breath by saying that Oshi no Ko is actually peak. Now, that isn't a word I throw around lightly when I actually mean it. I'm not the kind of guy to rate something a 10 out of 10 just because I enjoy it. No, that number has to be earned. Yeah, that's right, I'm unique. I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen is that great, but Oshi no Ko definitely is. For the longest time now, I've been looking for some sort of media that I can personally find relatable. Something that'll make me feel seen or heard because of my current situation, and this show came out at just the perfect time. Because this is exactly what I needed. As a guy whose only sense of validation nowadays comes from YouTube, which is why you guys should subscribe to me, please. I've been really interested to see more things about the entertainment industry, and lo and behold, I got just that. Oshi no Ko doesn't just showcase what the industry is like, but actively explores the light and dark side of what the people who work there have to experience. I'm definitely gonna make a video by the end of the season talking about why this show is so special to me personally, but on the topic of relatability, I'm gonna talk about a character that I frankly see way too much of myself in. Yeah, I know, I must be joking. She's the one I see myself in? What about the emo long-haired boy who edits all day in the dark? He's not the one I'm gonna talk about? The beautiful and flawless Hoshino is comparable to the struggling college student, being me, who spends way too much of his time at night hunched over his laptop, like right now at 5 a.m. writing this script. Cause that's the thing though, she isn't flawless. Her formed perception of flawlessness is what makes her such a compelling character to me. Because Ai does something that I do way too much of. She lies. All her life, she herself has never felt love due to not having a family. She was brought up as an orphan without anyone around her. Not exactly the best childhood. And so she decided to make everyone else around her feel more comfortable. How? Well, just pretend. It's best to just go along with what the appropriate response to a situation is. Someone attempts to make a joke, give them a laugh. Someone tells a scary story, act scared. People laugh at you because someone played a prank on you, just play along and laugh as well. No matter how fake all of it is. That's the socially acceptable way of doing things. Forcing a personality to be more pleasing to others is something I understand and relate to an uncomfortable degree. The thing that stood out to me was the idea of the smile. People say that it's impossible to convincingly fake your emotions without anyone noticing, but what if you just practice? What if that became your job? Imagine you were given an offer to join an industry where your entire purpose is to fake a smile for thousands of people you don't even know. You're putting on a performance. You're putting on a show. You're given the opportunity to practice. And what happens when you put in all that work? You're able to draw in a crowd, prove that your act can literally be bought, only for some people to catch on to your bullshit. Her smile is that of a professional's. I can't support her anymore. Now what? All that effort, all you've worked for, and these people don't even appreciate it? You just can't win. There's a saying out there. Smiling doesn't necessarily mean you're happy, it just means you're strong. And that's what I was trying to be. She wanted to be able to give the people that love that she never had, despite her not being able to actually feel love. Oshi no Ko, and in turn Ai, made me realize that I don't remember the last time I've ever told anybody the words I love you and actually mean it. All the lies, all the fake smiles, all the biting of my cheek to hold back whatever I'm actually thinking of just so that I can look happy for everyone else. It all made me question just how many of the relationships that I've made with people, how many of them are actually real? How many of them have I formed because of a performance, and how many of them stayed because of convenience? I'm not sure I'll ever know. But I, call it an accident or maybe call it a miracle, got pregnant. She was about to have a family, something that she never had growing up. But she isn't used to this. She's gonna keep the kids, sure, but morally, is it okay to act the way she usually acts with people to them? Should she really be faking her love to her own children? Years go by and Ai still considers herself a liar. She thinks that after all these years, despite the success, despite the family, she hasn't changed as a person. She's still the numb little girl that chose to smile for others rather than smile for herself. But is that really the case? And here's where I'm gonna tell you to get out. If you still haven't seen the first episode of Oshi no Ko, I implore you to please do so. It's a show that I consider to be a beautiful one and one that I personally find relatable. If you won't do it for me, then do it for yourself. You deserve to see something this amazing. And just like that, all the lies that she's told, all the people that she's fooled, it all finally came rushing back to her. I've been irresponsible from the start. I don't have a good grasp of what it means to love someone. I told pretty lies that would please everyone, always hoping that one day those lies would become the truth. Ai sees herself as a monster. She doesn't even blame the person that killed her. She sees all of this as her own doing. Despite what he did to her, she still offers her hand to him and tells him that she still wants to love him. She still wants to give the love that she's been giving. As the audience though, we know that Ai isn't the same. She isn't a monster. She's grown, and in all the best ways. At the start of the series, she sucked at remembering names and faces, sometimes even mistaking her two children. But look at her now. Now, she's at a point where she actually remembered the name of this one fan, and what events he showed up to see her in. She cares much more now than she ever did before. And the biggest indicator of that is her new family, Aqua and Ruby. The family that she thought she was letting down, but turns out they see her as the best mom in history. Someone that they will forever look up to and cherish. Someone that they will forever love, and luckily enough, Ai feels the same way. As she was suffering from the pain, her life flashes before her eyes. And the only thing she could think of were her kids. The time she had with them, because that time, to her, was what gave her life meaning. Raising them, spending time with them, they gave her an experience that nobody else in the world has given her. And for the first time ever, without faking it, she is finally able to utter the words that she has always wanted to say.
Ruby, Aqua, 愛してる.
Ai dies completing her dream. The dream wasn't to become the best idol ever, it wasn't to perform at the Dome, it was simply to find a way to truly be happy. For her, that came in the form of her precious little kids. I think we as a society collectively agree that Aqua and Ruby are the cutest things ever, despite one of them being a 40-year-old man. Regardless, I found her purpose. Watching the show hit me in ways I didn't expect. A show about the entertainment industry was something I've always wanted, but a show with a character that has to confront the consequences of what faking her personality does to others, I feel like Aka Akasaka knew exactly what I wanted and decided to give it to me. Despite lasting for only a single episode, Ai Hoshino left an impact. Not just to the characters, oh man did she leave an impact on the characters though, but to the audience as well. Everyone wants to be happy, but how many of us actually are? Faking it till you make it can only get you so far. So like I finding it in Aqua and Ruby, I hope you can find your reason to smile.